Good morning. I'm starting off today here with a little bait from the tailgate here. Got 8 cups, about 8.5 or 9, I don't know, cups of old-fashioned oats. And there's some sweet feed pellets in there too, about 2 cups. To that, I'm going to add 1 can of cream corn. And also 1 can of whole corn, liquid and everything. And then I'm going to deposit my cans in a trash bag and bring that home and dispose of them responsibly. Yeah, I'm going with the spicy theme here today. Chili powder is going to be the additional flavor. Don't really need any additional flavor. This corn and oats and sweet feed is plenty good. You can catch fish on that, no problem. Just like to spice it up sometimes. And that's it. I'm going to leave some air in the bag so I can toss it around inside the bag. But that's it. That's going to take about 10 minutes to set up and be ready before it gets sticky. That's why I did this first, so I can marinate while I get my rods set up. Let's get going down to the fishing spot. Welcome to another fishing adventure here at a big lake this morning. Oh, I just saw a big boil out there. Anyway, yeah, it's late August. Kind of starting to see a little bit of seasonal transition. The algae blooms are toning down a little bit. They're still here. Algae's still here, but it's toning down a little bit. Not quite pea soup. Just some really watered down pea soup, I guess, maybe. Today I'm fishing with my 9 feet long, 2-piece Ugly Stick Elite fishing rods. The full gear list and everything is in the description with links to everything, and if you want to learn more, get lots of questions about rods and reels, and it's all in the description there for you. So as you saw, I made that spicy pack bait, and I'm going to use spicy hook baits as well. Spicy sriracha tiger nuts. I'm going to add a little bit of spice to this pea soup behind me here. Spicy pea soup. I do have my bank sticks are in the water today, about 2 feet out in the water, and if you ever see me doing that, putting bank sticks in the water, it's for a reason. I don't just do that because I think it looks neat. I do it because this is a very skinny bank right here. As you can see, there's very little space between where my chair is and the water's edge, so if I'm going to have a little bit of a lane to walk between my rods and where I'm set up here, I need to move my sticks out a little farther. That's the reason. I'm using a 2-ounce feeder sinker today because I only need 2 ounces. I'm not casting very far, and the lake is calm. There's hardly any wind. Not going to be much for waves. Move my baits around unless some boats come zooming around, but not a lot of boats on this lake, especially this time of year. Most people seem to have enough sense to stay out of these lakes when there's a algae bloom, because it's bad for your health. Bad for your health to be swimming around in a green algae pool. Here's what's going to catch them today. Double spicy bait here. That spicy pack bait, spicy tiger nuts going out. Not casting out very far, 30-40 yards. Just gonna fan them out, one to the right, one straight out, one to the left. I've been seeing some fish activity here while I've been getting ready. Not a ton, but some, which is good. And by activity, I'm referring to the good kind of carp activity, just surfacing, just doing a quick little, blah 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 before they go back down to whatever it is they're doing. Not the spawning kind of activity. That's what I saw last time I was here in the middle of July, spawning. That was weird. And that's what happens on skinny banks. You hit your chair with the bait as you cast. And that was pretty slick. Gonna redo that one because most of my bait got knocked off. That's better. Yeah, about 3 feet of water where I'm fishing here. This is a big shallow bay here. Never had issues with weeds in this lake. It's always pretty weed free. I attribute that to probably just the turbidity of the water, and the algae just doesn't let any light get to the bottom for the plants. Boom. That's pretty shallow over there. Yeah, I don't have big problems with weeds here, but snags for sure. There are lots of tree branches out there in the water. Do have issues with snags. Yeah, there are fish of all sizes in this lake here. The biggest fish that I've caught out of this lake, I think, was 22 pounds. And I think if there's a 22-pound fish, there's probably a 30 somewhere swimming around. That's my hope anyway. One of the nice things about the turbid water for carp fishermen is that there's probably not a lot of bow fishing that goes on here because they can't see down into the water to shoot them, you know. So the fish have a chance to live long enough to get big. Usually the biggest ones are the prime targets for the bow fishermen. And here's something to think about. Okay, you see guys showing off their big fish that they shot with an arrow, and I guess when I see that, my thought is like, yeah, that's neat and all, but you just hit one of the easiest to hit targets in the lake. Like, the big fish are the easiest ones to shoot. Shoot a 12-inch carp on purpose, and then I'll be impressed. That didn't take long at all. About 10 minutes in here. Nice. Breaking the surface out there. Yes. It's got some good pull to it. Need to tone it down a little bit here. It's pretty easy to get super excited on the first fish of the day and start horsing them in. Just gotta relax. Bring that heart rate down a little bit. It just jumps right up when that first fish hits, and hear that drag whizzing. This was my left rod, and this fish is, my bait was out there, and this fish is heading over towards the bank over here. Oh, yeah. Cool. Ferocious. Tail slap. Whenever I can, I like to keep the rod tip down and pull at an angle like this rather than lift up like this. I don't really want to lift their head up out of the water. I want to pull at that upward angle and lift their head up out of the water, give them a chance to shake their head out of the water. They tend to do that, from my experience. Got him right in front of me here now. I'm just going to kind of let him wear himself out a little bit more here. Unless it feels like he wants to just swim right in the net, I wouldn't complain about that either. Oop, sticking the tail up out of the water there. Alright, come on in. Just gonna take your picture. Gotcha. Looked real good right in the corner. Yeah, pretty great fish to start the morning. I would say, I don't know, 8 or 10 pounds. I'm not going to weigh this fish. I know the lighting's blotchy because I'm in this partial shade, but it is what it is. Great to get a fish, only 10 minutes in. It's a great start. I love it when that happens. Back in the water. All right, have a good rest of your day there. See ya. Well, the tiger nuts did not survive that fight. Hook is still real good though. Needle point. Just going to replace that bait, put it back out. For those of you new to carp fishing, I can't stress enough how important a sharp hook is. It's just probably one of the most important things. More important than bait. More important than your fishing rod or reel. Sharpness of the hook is important, at least for this kind of rig anyway. where you're relying on the weight of the sinker to drive that hook into the fish's mouth. Such is the challenges of catching a big fish with a tiny hook. You know, that's one of the things that I think is pretty cool about carp fishing, is that challenge to be sneaky enough to hook a fish with a tiny hook like that, but then you got to be crafty enough to be able to land it without straightening your hook or tearing it out of their mouth. And if you are straightening hooks or having a lot of hook pulls, tearing through the fish's mouth, it really has nothing to do with your hook. Your drag is too tight. Your drag is too tight, and you're pulling too hard. You should be able to pull in these fish without straightening the hook. If you're straightening the hook, your drag's too tight. That's what you should address. Not look for heavier duty hooks. All right, let's do that again. The sidearm cast is a requirement at this spot. Overhanging trees. There's a bobber hanging from that tree right there. Another surface breaker out there. Water's not very deep, so it doesn't take much to jump up and break the surface. And that's what this fish is doing out there. It's probably been about 15 minutes since that first fish, I suppose. As you can see, I put on some long sleeves because I was getting a couple skeeter bites sitting here in the shade. The mosquitoes are still hanging on from the nighttime. Oh, it's a pretty good fish, I think. I didn't see much of them, but I did see a pretty good sized tail. And that was a pretty good splash. Come on in. Whoa, ferocious beast. Oh, he jumped right out of the net. He was in it and launched himself right on out. Okay. Right in the bottom lip there. Good stuff. This is a very stocky fish. I kind of want to get a weight. I'm curious. If I had to guess, 11 pounds. Well, it's about 11 and a half in the net. Oh, 12? Around 12 in the net, I guess. Yeah, there's around 12 pounds in the net. You can get a little light on them there. Oh, the spot is so awkward. Try and hold up a fish in front of a camera. Nice big fish though, moving in the right direction. Oh, he's got a unique eye. Let me turn him around here so you can see his other eye. Yeah, the eye on this side is just kind of funny shaped, you know, like a zombie looking kind of eye, you know. That's what they normally look like. Big black pupil. Tiny little pupil. Great fish though. Back in the water. Bye-bye. Got a drag puller here. Oh yeah, great surface out there. Fish on. Yeah, I was still getting rebaited from that fish that I just showed you. Oh, this fish is heading to the right, big time. He's gonna, if he gets too far, he's gonna go around that down tree, and that'll be a problem. Oh, he's really trying. No, I gotta horse him. Gotta horse him. No, 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 no. He did it. He did it. And then he got away. Wow. I'm glad I got my rig back at least. That fish went right in. He went right into that tree, that overhanging down tree in the water there, and did a couple of and shook it, and he's gone. You know, there's a lot of carp fishermen who like to give carp more credit than they really deserve as far as intelligence goes, you know. Because obviously if we make the fish sound smart, then that makes us sound smarter, that we can outsmart them, you know what I mean? But it's a fish. And I don't think fish have a brain that's capable of doing something like that on purpose. That fish didn't think, oh, I'm hooked. I'm going to run over to this tree and wrap the line around it and then use that to get myself off. I'm sure the fish did not have that thought process. Probably just more of a coincidence, or maybe it just perceived the shoreline as a safe place. I don't know. Bottom line is, like, doing something like that would be considered like tool use, right? It's using something else to solve a problem, you know, and fish just aren't capable of doing that. Anyway, congratulations to that fish for successfully making it look like he was a genius. Okay, here we go. Thought I was having a slowdown there. Well, it was having a slowdown. It's probably been about a half an hour without a bite. I had to really horse that fish. He was getting close to that snag, or that down tree. I grabbed onto the spool and just horsed him away from that tree because he was going to go in it otherwise. Yeah, no net jumping for that fish. Too little too late, buddy. Yeah, this is a pretty good fish. 8-10 pounds, I suppose. Just about average size so far for today. Yeah, the blotchy light's not great. Sorry, folks. Yeah, sorry, I'm just not gonna move the camera every time I catch a fish. Yeah. See ya. I am a fisherman first and video creator second, so fishing takes the higher priority. I literally just casted this out and set it down. Someone's running off with it. It's been a while since I had a bite, and I was just rebaiting, and this fish is making a beeline to the right. He was way over to the left. That's where my bait was. This fish is going to the right. He's doing one of those smart moves like I was talking about earlier. Okay. Yeah, another smallish fish keeping me busy here. A little 5-pounder keeping me busy. Off you go. I got a fish on, but I only got like one bite left on my lunch here. Okay. Just needed to finish getting that food in so I could then focus on fishing for the next couple hours. Just really starving. I hadn't eaten anything yet today. It might be something better. Whoa. Well, this might be something better. Stop him in his tracks there. Come on in here. Oh, gotcha. He swam right into my net. Yeah, I think that's a big fish of the day so far. Yeah, I think this is bigger than that 11-pounder that I had earlier. Almost 13 in the net, 13 or so. Yeah, pretty great fish. Right around 13 in the net, so, 12, something like that. Great fish. Didn't put up much of a fight. Swam in at me most of the way, which I'm not complaining about that. That's big time saver. Cool. I'd like to get some bigger ones. Hopefully that's in the cards for me today. All right, get out of here. Finally. Oh yeah. It's been so long. It's been like an hour and a half, no bites, and I was just kind of sit here reading stuff on my phone, kind of writing off fishing for the rest of the day, just because it's the heat of the day. You know, it's late August, it's getting hot. The only reason I'm still here is because I'm in a shady spot. If I was in the sun, I'd be gone by now. And the bite has just dropped off too. Haven't been seeing fish, haven't been getting bites, and I found somebody that wants to play here. Okay, that's nice. Kind of hoping this is an outlier here. I mean, there's not a lot of fish action going on. And so, you know, this fish biting, he's a rebel, and I'm hoping he's a rebel as far as the size goes too. He's better than average, I'm hoping. He's trying to go under that tree. No. Uh-oh, my other run's going off now. Double time. Oh, I gotta stop this guy in his tracks. This is a big fish. This first fish, I just saw him. He's a much bigger fish than what I've been catching. All right, I'm gonna get the second fish. The second fish, he's just gonna run. He's just gonna have to. He's heading off to the left, and I'm gonna let him, because I know I got a big fish on right here, and I don't know about that other one. I couldn't really tell. This is an outlier right here. This is why I'm here, playing the numbers game. Eventually, you got fish of all sizes. Eventually, one of them is going to be a biggie. Get in my net. Oh, that was close. Get in my net. Get in my net. He won't fit in my net. Okay, he's in. All right, the hook is out of the equation. I'm gonna grab a quick weight here before I pick him up. 21 5 ounces. Oh, I kind of forgot I had another fish on over there. My bells just started jingling. 21 in the net. Is he fit in the screen? There he is. It's a beast. It was a beast. He fought good. Beast of a fish. Nice, thick, sturdy, long fish. I guess I'm not going to measure the length, but 21 in the net. This is a 20 pound fish. I'm just going to take a minute here and enjoy holding this big fish. Like I said, around here, a fish 20 plus pounds is kind of rare. Around here, average size fish is smaller than this in most places where I fish. So I got a puller on the other line. What a great day. I'm glad I stayed a little longer, get rewarded. All right, big fella, get out of here. That was fun, thank you. See you next time. So this fish has had quite a long time to get itself into a snag or whatever it wanted to do here. Doesn't feel snagged. I don't know what I've got here. It hasn't done much fighting or running since I picked up on it here. It is just a bunch of branches. That's why it wasn't fighting. It's a bunch of branches and my other line mixed in. Lovely. That fish, congratulations to that fish. Wow, look at that mess. That is a beauty of a mess. That might be a PB tangle mess. Well, I've got a bird's nest of lines and branches that I got to sort out, and it's just getting miserable hot. I think I'm going to call it anyway. It's a great note to end the day on. Big fish, really happy. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one.